A strange man harasses a woman on the street and then harasses another woman by kissing her. The woman is startled and asks her husband to go after the strange man. The husband says he will take care of this situation. The husband walks away and walks toward the man, far away from where his wife was, and thanks him for his service, handing over his payment. The other man says he was missing money and the man hands the rest to him and asks him to leave. Soon after, a child goes up to the woman's husband and hands him a picture. The husband makes the payment for the child as well and is happy, saying that he can threaten and take money from his wife. The next day, the husband goes to a lawyer and shows her the photograph he took of his wife kissing another man. The lawyer informs that the photo is fine, but that it is not enough, saying that it will take more, something like a video that shows his wife in an intimate moment, so that the husband can keep the couple's assets. The lawyer says that unfortunately that was still not enough for him to solve the man's problem. She says that if he wanted to frame his wife, he would need a video. She says a compromising video would be enough for them to go ahead with their plan if that's what the man really wanted to do to his wife. The husband asks the lawyer to wait a few days, but warns that he will get some videos that may be enough. The lawyer agrees and the husband says that he already has an idea in mind to deceive his wife. The lawyer is curious, but the man answers a call. In the call, the man warns his mistress that he will again need the help of the mistress's brother. The man says that he was very happy with the services that his mistress's brother was doing for him. He says that he was performing an excellent job and that he would need his services again. He says he would explain better to his mistress what he was thinking. The man goes to the room he shares with his wife, and with the help of a young man, collects all of his wife's valuables. He finds a suitcase with money and gives it to the young man to take away before his wife gets home, but there was a noise and asks the young man to hide. He then asks the other man to hide and starts screaming for his wife's help. The woman enters the room and asks what had happened, as the room was apparently overturned. The man says that some men robbed their house. The woman is very frightened and asks if it is her husband, who has already called the police, and asks where her jewelry is. She realizes that the jewels are gone and becomes very upset, asking how it happened. The husband tells his wife that it wasn't just the jewelry that the robbers took. The woman becomes concerned and asks if the robbers have found their money. At that moment, the brother of the man's mistress enters the house dressed as a policeman. The husband tells the alleged police officer that some men entered the house and took everything of value they had. The alleged police officer says he will investigate the crime scene, which in this case is the couple's bedroom. He asks the woman's husband to come down to give some information to this policeman's partner. The woman asks the police officer to do the job correctly and help her. At the end, the police officer asks the woman to stay calm and hands her a bottle of water, saying that the woman needs to calm down so that the situation can be resolved. The woman thanks the water and begins to drink it. The officer tries to empathize with her and feigns concern. However, a few minutes before the alleged officer entered the house, he had put medication in the water. The woman is grateful for the water and begins to feel sick. Soon she has to be laid down in bed, because she was unconscious. The man removes his clothes and begins to tidy up the woman, while the child positions the cell phone to record them. The husband takes his wife to the lawyer, claiming to have proof of his wife's betrayal. The man says he will have to make a very difficult decision. He says he did everything for his wife, but she ended up doing it to him, so he wanted to divorce her. The lawyer informs the woman that, due to that betrayal, the woman had not complied with the marriage contract signed by the two and that the result of this would be the transfer of her assets to her husband. The lawyer then tells the woman that when one person marries the other, they need to build trust in the other so that they can spend the rest of their lives together. She says that when a person does what the woman had done to her husband, that trust breaks down and they can never get back together, and for that reason, the man was so shaken when he was at that moment. She then says that she wanted the woman to sign the divorce papers so that she would pass all of her assets to the man. She says that they had all the evidence that was necessary for them to proceed with that divorce and she couldn't say anything to change the situation she found herself in. The woman then says that she was very disappointed in her lawyer as they had known each other for a long time and now she was behind such an evil plan. She says she couldn't believe she had participated in that plan with her husband. The woman said that she will sign that document, but that first she will show them the farce that was happening there. The man is startled by what he hears, but the woman continues. She asks for permission from a lawyer and shows a recording she made of her husband planning to hit her along with his mistress. In the footage, the man thanks his girlfriend's brother for help and the girlfriend says how happy she is that everything is working out as they planned. The man hands the money to his mistress and she says that she couldn't wait any longer until all the money from the man's wife went all to them and thus they would be very happy together. The man says that soon the money would be all theirs. He says he would talk to his lawyer so he can make their plan work and then they kiss, but what they didn't know was that the woman was in the distance, recording everything they did. The woman then asks the lawyer what she thought about what she had shown her. She says it was her husband trying to get her to go without her money. The husband pretends to be sorry and begins to ask his wife for forgiveness. The wife says that she was completely tired of the games and manipulations that her husband played with her. She points to the lawyer saying that she knows that he received guidance from that woman. She warns that she will only see the two of them again in a court of law, because she already has her own lawyer. The woman says that she would not pass any of her money to the man because she also had a lot of evidence against the man. She says she was very disappointed in the lawyer and then gets up and leaves. The lawyer gets angry with her client and says it was all his fault for hiring incompetent people. The man and the woman argue, even though they are both guilty.